Greetings, everyone. This is Stirring It Up with Chef Bee Live with Maurice Evans. I'm Chef Bee. We are live at the Peach Pantry, 1085 Catherwood Drive. And I'm so excited that you're joining us today. We are going to be making two really very simple dishes. The first one is a kale chip, some kale chips. And then the second, we're going to do a pink lemonade with no sugar. So very simple ingredients, vegan, raw, both of these dishes. And we're going to get started. All right, so Maurice, he's going to go first. Tell us a little bit about these kale chips. Now let me tell y'all, I love these kale chips. His kale chips are off the chain, the best I've ever had. So today he surprised me. He said, that's what we're making. So I'm super excited.
Okay, y'all, so I really like kale chips. I was introduced to them some years ago. And when I had them, I was like, wow, this is really good. You know what I'm saying? But what threw me off was the price
Yes.
of the kale chips.
Yes.
So, you know, they can go anywhere from $6 to $8
Yes.
for a little bag. And then in the bag, it's mostly hair. So you end up with a handful of kale chips, right? So, you know, being frustrated and liking them at the same time, I looked at the bag to see what the ingredients were. It's like they're pretty simple, right? So I went online and I actually found a recipe. And so I took the recipe and I tweaked it. And that's what's really cool about this recipe. You can kind of do what you want, you know what I'm saying? And then you don't feel guilty about it at all as a snack, because let me show you what the ingredients are. It will make sense to you. So we have, the first thing you're gonna need are the kale. So this is actually organic kale. You don't have to have organic kale, but I like the organic kale. I like the green one as opposed to the red one, okay?
So when you say the red one, are you talking about like the purple kale?
The purple one.
Okay, so like it looks just like this, but it's purpley, right?
Right.
Okay.
I've done both.
Dinosaur kale.
Yeah, I've done both. My personal opinion,
like
I like the organic green one like this.
Okay.
All right, and then in here, we're going to have cashews. Now these have been soaked.
Now why did you soak them?
So it actually makes it easier to blend, right? So basically what I do is I'll get a container like this full of cashews. You can get the ones that are unsalted. It's not going to matter because you're going to soak it, right? So then you're going to soak them in water, and then they're going to get puffy like this. You're going to drain all the water off, right? So you'll have that. Now the other ingredients, one of the main ingredients are the peppers. I like the red, the yellow, and the orange peppers, right? Then
Give you that sweetness.
you also can add tomato. This is a cut tomato, cut in slices. Here are the peppers here. Then some onions. I like to put as much raw vegetables as I can into the dish. And we also are going to have garlic. You got to have the garlic, right?
He started smiling. So let me ask you this: did you get your garlic already minced, or do you mince your garlic yourself? Does it make a difference to you?
Just to save a little time, why not get the minced?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Or you can just take some whole garlic, put it inside of a food processor, or if you're patient, cut it up real fine, and then you can mince your own garlic.
You can do that. And then the other thing you're gonna need is, let's see, your olive oil. Now, that's gonna help with your taste, and it's gonna make the cashew almost like a cashew butter, almost like a peanut butter consistency. And then I like, for taste, it's the sesame oil, the roasted one. Gotta have that.
So you've basically taken this recipe and modified it to make it your own.
Yes.
Okay.
Quick question for the people. I noticed that this has some Chinese writing on it, so can you explain where people could get this from?
Let's see, where did I get this one from? I either got it from H Mart, but I know you can probably get it at Beef Highway. What's it called?
You're talking about the not Super H Mart.
No, Beef Highway has a what do you call it? A farmer's market.
Okay. Yeah.
International farmer's market. So you can
Oh
go there.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's right there.
I know what you're talking about.
You can get roasted seaweed. I mean, sesame seed oil in
Pretty much anywhere.
Publix, Kroger,
Anywhere.
any grocery store, right? So that's what's cool. It doesn't have to have the Chinese writing on it, right? Then you're gonna have, if you want a cheesy taste, you want the nutritional yeast.
Yes. This is a popular brand if you don't have access to Bragg, which is the brand, they have nutritional yeast, they have amino acids, you can go to your natural food store, and if they have bulk items, and you can get nutritional yeast in bulk. So like in Atlanta, we go to Seven Nanda, and we can get nutritional yeast in bulk.
Now, again, it's for a cheesy taste.
Right.
If you don't want it to taste cheesy, you don't have to put it in there, right? Some of the things I also like would be cumin. You have to have cumin. Cumin makes everything taste better.
Yes, it does. Now, also talk about that, because cumin comes in 2 different forms. They have the powdered cumin and then the seed. Which one do you recommend?
Listen, I'm trying to save time, so this is actually pretty good. This is actually the store brand of Publix, which tastes just as well as the expensive brand.
Cool.
All right. Then we have paprika. Put a little bit of there in there. Then for just a touch of heat. Now this is, a pet peeve of mine. I like a little heat. A little where I know it's there and then it goes away. You understand what I'm saying? I don't need it to stay there where I can't taste the food anymore. That's not good, right? And I want to keep my stomach lining. You know what I'm saying? I want everything to function.
Right. No,
afterwards.
that makes sense. That makes sense.
All right. So some other things you can add. So I know we had the onions, but you see what I'm talking about. When we make the mixture or the paste, you kind of want a certain consistency. If you make it a little too watery, you can add back some garlic powder. Not the salt, powder.
And I find that the garlic powder has a different flavor than the garlic paste. It's almost, I don't know, it's like almost roasted already.
Right.
So
I tend not to use it now as much.
Okay.
Because again,
you like this.
I like it like that, right? And I'm just giving you some options. Even with the onion powder, you can add that too, right? Now, if you want to add some more flavor, you can add a little bit of curry.
He loves curry.
All right?
He loves curry.
And then, if you are not sodium challenged like my friend here,
I'm sodium challenged.
you can use pink Himalayan salt.
Yes. So actually, when he makes these for me, he usually leaves the salt out. And we just, because we're going to dehydrate this. So when you dehydrate, you're basically removing the liquids from all of these flavors, and it's going to enhance them. So you really don't need the salt, but some of us like...
I would disagree.
Some of us like a little bit more salt than others, so...
So the cool thing about the recipe is you can modify it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Which is cool.
And then if you are living in a house with somebody that's sodium challenged, you can add the salt later. So,
yes.
I would take this and crush it. Make it almost like a dust.
Yes.
Then sprinkle it on, right? That way you can kind of control it.
Yes.
And then and that's really all you need, right? So we're going to get started. I'm going to run through this real quick, and then I'm going to bring out the finished product.
Yes. Yes.
All right. So first thing you're going to do, you're going to use a food processor.
I see you invested.
I did.
He got the Vitamix.
I did.
You went ahead and did the damn thing.
Now, it doesn't matter what order you do this. You can blend this first if you like, or you can blend your cashews.
Okay.
Maybe it would be better to do that first, but we're going to do it this way.
Awesome.
Just pour that in.
Yep. If you need me to do anything, I can do it.
All right.
Okay.
So we're just going to... I kind of turn it a little low first.
Okay, and then bring it up.
Then bring it up. So you can... Some people pulse.
And as you can see, it's already breaking it up. And it all has all that moisture in there, so that's really, really good.
Then I kind of bring it up a little bit. That's why you have this. You're going to keep going.
And so question, because you soak them, do you ever need to add any extra water when you're blending?
Sometimes you do. I try not to add as much water because the whole point is to dehydrate. So you don't want it too wet. So you just go in here and blend this as well as you can. And you'll see it starts to turn like this. See how it's turning?
Yeah.
Because it's starting to get like almost like a butter.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
So you just keep doing that.
I love this new Vitamix because it's shorter, so it actually acts as a food processor, which is kind of cool. All right.
All right, so we're gonna do that.
So let me ask you something.
Yes.
Is there a reason why you didn't add the seasoning to the nuts first, as opposed to adding it after?
I like to have everything. See, the thing is, once you mix in your onions and your garlics and your tomatoes and your peppers and everything, you're gonna start to taste the flavor already. Then it's a matter of adding to enhance, right? I don't want to overbear it before and not, you know, it's better to add
than to can't take it out.
Can't take it away. Sense, yeah. So that's why I do it. I mean, if you're an expert and you already got your recipe down, hey,
go for it.
Awesome. All right.
So, can I add this?
Well, what I'm going to do is
do
scoop this out.
Okay.
Now, I may not scoop all of it out just for time.
All right. So look at that. We made cashew butter, pretty much, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
It's like hummus though.
Yes, so there you go. You can hummus is just chickpeas,
yeah,
tahini,
pretty much,
and,
right? This is like hummus too.
This
spices.
would be like a good substitute for people who, you know, they can't have those beans. So
yeah, absolutely.
In the making.
You can do all sorts of alternatives for hummus and pastes and all these things. You just got to find what works for your digestive system. All right.
All right, so we got that going.
So we got this. Put that here. Do I get this? Let me put that in.
So we're just gonna do this same thing here.
Awesome.
And here, hold up, you can, yeah, you can go ahead and do that.
Can I put it in?
Yeah.
All right.
Grab the tomatoes.
All right. I'm just gonna put this here. Actually, I'll just tomatoes.
It's already chopped.
Yep.
Give me some onions.
Just some, or
You don't have to do all of them, but some. You put some in there.
okay.
Then open this up and get this to a spoonful of garlic.
All right. I love garlic.
All right.
There you go.
So once you got that going, you start blending. You're gonna start to smell the aromas.
I already smell it.
So we're gonna put the cap on right now.
Smelling that garlic. So see now, we don't have a lot of liquid in here.
Right.
So we might need to add or either push it down or add liquid. But look at that. It started happening already. Looking good, looking good. Love it. That's the red peppers, the garlic, the onions, tomatoes. For those of you who are just joining us, this is Stirring It Up with Chef Beee Live with Maurice Evans. Today we're making 2 raw dishes, real simple kale chips, and we're also going to do a pink lemonade with just 3 ingredients. Super easy, super simple, no sugar. All right, so where are we now?
All right, so here we already have the cashew butter, as we would call it, in here. So now you want to just kind of start adding this in there. But look at that, it's orange and pretty.
It's pretty, and it
You can
smells
smell that.
good.
You'll be able to smell everything. You smell the
Smells so
onions,
good.
the garlic,
Yes.
everything. So you just
Looks
put this
so
in
good.
here, like so.
I'm gonna mix.
And then again, the trick is to get the right consistency. I'm sorry. So you're just gonna mix this up.
Yep. That looks good. Very nice.
All right, so I'll probably add a little bit more. You probably can add this whole thing actually. If I'm concerned that I don't want it too wet.
Okay. Now, if it's too wet, does it kind of weigh down on the leaves? Or does it really matter?
We're trying to dehydrate it, so it's, you know, you don't want it wet. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So at this point, you can start adding your oils in here.
Okay.
So I know you are an essential oil person. So I know, you can add, like if you have garlic oils or any kind of oils
Or
that
you could
like.
do rosemary. We're gonna keep
Yeah.
it simple today. You can add a rosemary essential oil. We have thyme essential oil to this.
Yeah.
You know, just to enhance the flavor. And it's actually gonna be really bright and wonderful because we're not cooking. We're gonna be dehydrating. So those flavors are gonna actually come alive.
Alright, so then we have sesame oil in here.
Very nice.
You start mixing that up. You can mix that up when I touch it.
Yeah, I got you. All right, so while you're doing that, you know, I want y'all to know this fella right here. This is one of my best friends. I love Maurice Evans, artist extraordinaire. And you see, I'm wearing one of his creations. He is a photographer, videographer, jeweler. What else you do, Maurice? He makes clothing. He does it all. He is a Renaissance man. And he's also like a quiet chef. Yeah. It's serious.
Alright, so we got that going on.
Alright.
Alright, so now we can start. We'll taste that and see what you got so far.
Okay.
Just throw a little on in. So at this point, you can decide if you
So it
want.
needs some more savory.
So you can add some more
But I
oils
taste
if
all
you-
of those.
If you like that, then
I
you
taste
just start
them.
adding things. So again, I like the cumin. I would start off with that first.
How much would we add? Like if we're measuring for both?
Everything is to taste, so I don't have measurements.
Spirit
No.
amount.
Spirit.
Exactly.
So this is the love,
measurements.
spirit and love amounts.
Yes.
Okay.
What your spirit feel like putting in there.
So I'm going to take off the
Yeah,
cap.
take off the cap.
We're going to take off the cap.
Yes, yes.
So actually this
That's
is about,
good. I say that's good.
that's about a half a tablespoon.
Maybe a little bit more. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, that's a tablespoon. So 1 tablespoon of cumin.
This is how we cook in the South. We don't have
Yeah,
measurements.
this
We
called a
just-
rough
We
recipe.
just sprinkle taste, sprinkle taste, sprinkle taste till we get to what
Exactly.
we're looking for
There you
in
go.
our palate.
That's like
how
a
we cook.
tablespoon of curry.
Yeah.
That's how we do it in the Caribbean
I
too.
think people of color. That's just how we cook.
They-
That's just how we
That's
cook.
the cayenne. Don't put too much.
Wherever we are
All
in
right.
diaspora. That's
So
how
with
we
this,
cook.
I'm gonna do like maybe like a half a teaspoon, just like because he wants it to taste, but not much. So just like a little splash of it,
Mhm.
like a
Yeah.
All right.
Then we want to add the cheesy flavor. So we're gonna.
So we could do a lot, or it's as much as you want. All right. With this one. So I'm gonna probably do like maybe 2 tablespoons. 2 tablespoons of nutritional yeast.
Good. So you mix that up.
Awesome.
That's going to dry it up a little bit.
Okay, good. So it's simple, but it's
It is
involved.
It is a little work.
But it's worth it.
So the thing is, like, if you do it right, so that this is a pound right here of cashews, pound of cashews. If you get a pound of cashews and do three whole peppers,
Mm-hmm.
right? And then what the other ingredients, once you add that in, you will get like 2 big containers like this, and maybe just a little bit more, right?
This goes a long way, in other words.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
So you can see how we're saving money from that bag,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Because actually you're getting,
Great protein source.
not only that, like you're making a batch of it, right? So I see why the price is high because of all the ingredients that go in, but they're only giving you a little portion, right? Whereas you can make your own and
Right.
just keep going.
So I
So
can,
in other words, we gonna package this up and y'all come on down and we got these for y'all for sale. When y'all get here, we waiting.
all right. So
That's
what
it.
I like to do at this point is have a bowl like this, right?
Okay.
Then I would take my kale, just put it in here
Mm-hmm.
in a separate bowl like this,
Yes.
right? Then I would take the mixture, put it in there like that, and then I'll start to
Massage. So you want me to massage?
Yep.
All right. So I'm making sure to coat
The coat.
all the leaves
Yeah.
well.
Then when you're massaging the kale, you're making it a little softer. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause
Yeah,
you're
that's
breaking
true.
it down a little
That's
bit.
true. Yeah.
And so you don't need a lot, but you can make that decision. You'll feel it when it's just wet enough, right?
Yep. You want to add some more?
And let's see. I would add maybe just a touch, not much. Yep.
Okay.
And this is a recipe you can't be afraid to get your hands dirty.
Yeah.
And again, you know, and the other thing that's cool about the recipe, y'all, is if you get the consistency right, you can use this for salad dressing. All right, so you don't have to do the whole dehydration thing if you don't want to. So sometimes I even take this, right, cut up me a avocado, spread that out, throw this on there, I'm good. Or even a salad with some.
Oh, hummus wrap.
You can. That's what I'm saying. That's what's versatile about the recipe, right?
That's dope.
So that's what I'm saying. You know, experiment with it, and you get it.
Want me to do the rest?
So
We good.
we're gonna move this real quick. Let's see.
Okay.
Hold on.
Here we go. All right. Delicious. Look at that. Kale, chips. Now, I'll be honest with you. I actually like using the lacinato, the long, dark kale, because I like when you lay it out in your dehydrator. Now, this is one kind of. What's the name of this one?
I don't know. This is what's funny. I got this from Aldi's. It was like $12.
Are you serious? Now, there's another one that most people might be familiar with. It's called the Excalibur. It's a big black box. But the thing is, like the layers between, or the layers in the box, they're not a lot of space. So something like this, it would be hard to lay it out. So I find that the lacinato, that long dinosaur kale that we talked about earlier, it actually works better in that dehydrated. This one has a lot more space. So it's up to you what you want to use, and you can buy those. You can buy all of these on Amazon or just wherever, like Walmart, to get it dehydrated.
Now I just got a new one that has temperature control on it. I just haven't had a chance to play with it yet, so I just brought out the old one because I know it works. All right. So now what we're gonna do? Now this pretend. All right, I see you shooting everything. Just pretend that this doesn't have kale in it already.
Right.
So this is the top part. So you just
we would just lay it out.
Just gonna lay it out. And what's important is, see what she's doing is they're flat. They're not crumpled, right? And you want that because it's gonna dry out evenly and it's gonna get real crispy. All right. So you're just gonna do that.
Now, for people who don't have a food dehydrator, is there any alternative for them?
Some people do the oven. I find that very difficult because, like, you can, depending on what type of oven you have, you may have to set it to the lowest setting and then crack the door open, right? I've tried that. Didn't work for me so well. It didn't get it crispy, but we still ate them. You know what I'm saying?
Was it good?
They were still good, but they weren't crispy. So that would be the difference. Okay. And so you got that.
Almost there. All right.
All right. So
Wash my hands.
do that. And just cover it, plug it up, and let that go. It might take overnight. It may take 6 hours or so. It just depends on how much moisture is in there, right? So once you do that, time has gone by. They look like that.
Woo!
Okay?
Yeah. Gorgeous. Gorgeous.
You get in close so y'all can get that texture.
Isn't
Too
that
bad
beautiful?
this ain't a scratch and sniff.
I know. Isn't that pretty?
Because it smells so good.
He didn't see me. Well, this is such an awesome snack for children. After school, road trips, soccer games, you name it. I think the only downside is that they go really, really fast.
They do. And so that's what they look like. Now, some of them have more than others. So if you like to taste more of the kale, try the ones with less. All right? All right? And there you have it. Very easy, guilt-free,
We're coming for you.
really guilt-free snack.
Love it.
Because I would do this if I had access to it all the time. Sometimes I don't feel like doing it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, there you go.
Good,
Something
right?
that you can have.
Wonderful. Kale chips.
I don't
Awesome.
want to film no more. I don't want to sit down and eat.
So we're gonna actually give you guys the recipe to this kale chip. So you know, don't be easy. If you didn't watch, that's cool. We got you. All right. So the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna do a very simple pink lemonade. This pink lemonade has 3 ingredients. We're gonna use some apples. I have some gala apples, and I also have some golden apples. So these green apples here. And we're gonna use some lemon. I'm gonna just use 1 lemon. And then we're gonna use some cabbage, some purple cabbage. So this is what gives it the pinkness, all right? Super good for the digestive system. This is a really good blood cleanser. I just came off of a detox. This is super awesome, just beverage. Let me go rinse this off. It's a super awesome beverage. Just for, if you want something sweet, but you really trying to stay away from the sugar, this is it. Could you rinse this off for me real quick?
Sure.
All right, so it's simple. What I do here is you can cut the rind off of the lemon, but you keep the lemon intact. You don't have to cut it up in pieces. So I have this lemon here, and this is actually a better one, right? So I cut most of the rind off, and then what we're gonna do is the ratio is, where's that? Let me get this. The ratio is 1 lemon, and what we're gonna do is a quarter piece of the cabbage head.
So wait a minute, we're having a cabbage in our lemonade?
This is gonna make, yeah, this is gonna make our lemonade, yes. So it's really, really good. You're like, what? But it tastes really, really nice.
So is this cabbage?
Cabbage, there you go. So we're gonna take just a quarter of this, and I'm actually gonna cut it up into thinner pieces so that we can get it through our juicer. So this is it. Okay, so this is called a Breville. This is a juice extractor. And the cool thing about this is you can actually change the settings. So because we're dealing with, these cruciferous vegetables, they're like more core vegetables and fruits, we want the setting to be high so that it can extract more of the juice out of it, okay? And then if you want to, what you can do is you can add a plastic bag to the, if you're gonna be juicing a whole lot, you can add a plastic bag to the container just so that it can give you easy cleanup. All right, so what I'm gonna do, let me set this up first. We didn't turn it, or just plug it in. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're going to turn on the juicer. So you hear it going. And then we're gonna just take this 1 lemon, and we're gonna put that in there. And then I'm gonna put like maybe 4 apples. And that's gonna give it a sweetness. Actually, I'll do a little bit more. And that's it. That's it. So let me get a glass. Simple, right? So I love this particular container because what it does is it helps to control the foam. And so as it pours out, it's gonna settle, but it's catching all of the foam. So I'm gonna get you guys one. So this is our pink lemonade.
Wow. How pretty that is.
It's really pretty. And I'm actually gonna give credit to one of my good friends. Her name is Vanya Francis. She does juice cleanses, and she shared this recipe with me, and I was like, oh my gosh. So I make it all the time, and I just adjust what kinds of apples I put in here. So you wanna try it? Tell me what you think.
It's good. No, I'm trying to, I taste the cabbage.
Mm-hmm.
It's not overbearing.
Yeah.
The apple is a nice touch,
Mm-hmm.
and the taste of lemon is great, and it's sweet.
Yeah, so it's like
You
a
don't need to add
lemonade.
anything.
You don't need to add anything at
No,
all.
it's
It's like
perfect.
perfect. So all you need is that 1 lemon. It's like perfect. And I love that. Look at that. Look at that hue. Beautiful, right?
You know, right?
Yes.
All right, y'all. So kale chips today, pink lemonade, Maurice Evans. All right, so I want you, before we go, we got to tell folks how they could get in touch with you because you have to see his work. He just did this amazing, huge. Tell them a little bit about what you did.
It was you're talking about the woodcut.
The woodcut.
The woodcut. So there was a young guy named Lyle. He has this thing called Big Ink.
Big ink.
Big Ink. So he travels
Mm-hmm.
throughout the country and encourages artists to come and print with him. He had this large press made, custom made for him,
Wow.
so he can break it down and travel with it.
Right.
And so you have to apply on that. So I applied and got a chance to print with them. So we did this big print. It was maybe 36 by 48 inches. And so yeah, it was fun, you know. And then you get to collaborate with other artists, learn some new techniques. Yeah, you know, yeah.
So you can get to Maurice, you can see his work, you can hire him for work, you can engage with Maurice.
So my website is mauriceevans.com. And then once you get there, you actually have links to everything else like Instagram and Facebook. But on Instagram, I'm Mozart10, MOESART10.
Yep.
Okay. On the website is just like it is, MAURICEEVANS.com. Real easy.
All right, so that's how you can connect to Maurice. I'm Chef Beee. You can subscribe at chefbeee.com if you want to get menus for my plant-based meals to go, our weekly meal plan, the cooking shows, essential oils. If you want to find out more about how to get some essential oils in your life, just go to chefbeee.com. Thank you so much for coming today, tuning in today, checking us out today. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out with me. Thank you so much, my videographer today, Zima Love Fire. And we will see you next week at 1 o'clock here at the Peach Pantry.
That was good camera work. I saw you getting in on it. I like that.
Yes. All right, y'all. Take care. Peace.